If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Stay connected to gratitude. Hit the follow button right now and join thousands of listeners tuning in each week. We're the Gratitude Seekers. Come join us. Hi there, Gratitude Seeker, and welcome to a new episode based on the words of people you know that are big believers in the power of gratitude. In these episodes, you can hear words of wisdom from Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, Brené Brown, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Deepak Chopra, Jack Canfield, and now, Jennifer Lopez. The purpose of this kind of episode is to learn from the best, from those people that we admire and that inspire us, to explore their perspective on gratitude and see how we can implement it in our own life. Please hit the follow button right now to make sure you're going to get all of these amazing nuggets of wisdom. Today's featured celebrity is Jennifer Lopez, and we're going to focus on 5 ideas on gratitude that she shared publicly that I believe can actually change your life. She's been recently recognized by iHeart as an icon, which she defines as I can overcome negativity, which I absolutely love. While most of the media is focusing on what happens on the outside with her love life, I thought it would be interesting to see what she's doing on the inside and what she's teaching us through her own example. Jennifer was born on July 24th in 1969 in New York City and raised in the neighborhood of Bronx. Her parents, David Lopez and Guadalupe Rodriguez, were born in Puerto Rico and moved to the US mainland as children. At one point, J-Lo moved to Manhattan, sleeping in the dance studio's office for the first few months. She had lots of challenges professionally and personally, as we all do. But what made her an icon is exactly what she said. She can overcome negativity. And as we all have challenges, when we're able to overcome negativity, we too can do amazing things and create a beautiful life that we are proud of. Jennifer Lopez is not only a great entertainer, singer, dancer, but also a great actress. We absolutely love the movies starring Jennifer. And our affinity for her is a bit more personal since she's born on the same day of the year as my life partner Andretta. I know she's a big believer in the power of gratitude. She even created a show called Thanks a Million you might know about. In this show, 10 stars are giving away $100,000 to people who had a profound impact on their life, with the condition for them to do the same with half of it so that the gratitude would spread to many other people. With this occasion, we're also going to be busting a myth that might keep some people from practicing gratitude. So without further ado, here's the first idea from J-Lo about gratitude that can change your life.
It's probably been the journey of becoming whole on my own.
Right.
I always thought that I was going to find happiness and love out. Another person was going to give that to me. And then I realized that that's not how it is at all. Like, you actually get to be happy all by yourself, you know, if you can just kind of appreciate yourself and know your worth and your value, that you know, you can be a happy person. You know, he's always thinking about somebody else, or like, did he call, or, you know, did this person think I was good in that audition, or, you know, any of those things. Like, it just is like, I'm happy. I have a great life. I'm a good person. I live in a good way, and you know what? I have great friends, and I can call somebody and go anywhere and do you know what I mean? Like those simple. I'm healthy. Yeah. You know, I have beautiful children. You know, like those things are really the most important thing.
So what I'm hearing it, even though she's not actually saying this, is firstly that she's grateful, and that her gratitude for her health, for her friends, for her family is what's keeping her centered, what's keeping her fulfilled, and what's helping her not depend on external validation. Even more so, the main idea is that if we appreciate ourselves, if we love ourselves, we can be so much happier and so much more fulfilled. And this ties in beautifully with the gratitude affirmations for self-love, the episode released before this one, in which we have affirmations focused on these exact same things. And as I am doing the affirmations myself, I'm also listening every day to them, as I hope you are too. They really give me that feeling of wholesomeness, of being fulfilled, of being appreciative to myself rather than being my own worst critic and devaluing myself because of my mistakes or flaws. And when we love and appreciate ourselves, we really see our value, and people pick up on that.
You said gratitude has an echo effect. I loved that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe it does. And I think in this moment, it is about being grateful for the things we have, instead of always kind of like, oh, I can't do this, or I have this sudden kind of abrupt loss of freedom that we have, where we have to kind of stay in our houses. Is kind of anxiety provoking a little bit. But when you take stock and you go, wow, I'm really grateful, you start kind of being grateful for just the small things, like, wow, it's just such a beautiful day today, and I get to sit in it, or it's you know, I have extra time with my kids, or, you know, I get to cook again, and that gratitude is what fuels so many beautiful things and so many beautiful thoughts, and makes you feel better, makes the people around you feel better. And when you pass that along, it just has a beautiful effect in the world. It has a real impact.
It sure does. And even though this bit is from an interview that J-Lo did with Reese Witherspoon during the lockdown, I believe it's firstly a great reminder of the fact that we are now free, and that many of the limitations due to the pandemic are now over, a thing of the past. It's definitely something that we can be grateful for. But one of the things that I love most about this bit is the fact that she's sharing things that we can be grateful for that are quite simple. You don't need to be a Hollywood star or an icon to be grateful for these things. We can enjoy the same beautiful state of gratitude as famous people do, without needing to have it all or be a huge star, as society might want to make us think. And the third part that I love about this bit is the idea of gratitude having an echo effect. I believe our appreciation for ourselves and for our life makes it much easier for us to appreciate other people, and also to feel appreciated, to be appreciated by other people. So for instance, by loving ourselves more, appreciating ourselves more, we're actually able to give more love and appreciation. And as I mentioned in the last episode of this type with Jack Canfield, when that gratitude gets back to you, it feels like a miracle. It feels so amazing. And again, Jennifer Lopez is a great example of this. Just listen to this bit from iHeartRadio Awards when she was dubbed an icon.
And because the love you give me, and the appreciation and the kindness and the way you let me into your lives, even in a small way, that's what matters to me the most. Because of you, I get to do what I love the most in life. And that is the most wonderful blessing. That's a gift that you give me. And I just want to say thank you for that. Thank you. To everyone, thank you to everyone who comes to a show, streams a song, sees a movie, follows me. You guys are the ones who give me the opportunity every day to live a life I couldn't even imagine would come true when I was a little girl growing up in the Bronx. I know, I love you too. You did that. You did that for me. You made that dream come true. And I'm shaking, and I will always be grateful to each and every one of you for that. And I will never forget it, and I will never, ever take it for granted. So I want to say thank you to every one of you for believing in me when other people didn't, even when I didn't. Thank you for teaching me. Thank you. Thank you for teaching me who I really am. Icon. I can overcome negativity, and so can you every single moment. And let me tell you something. And let me tell you something else. I'm just getting started.
Inspiring, right? There's so much gratitude in her voice, and she knows how to express that gratitude beautifully. And if you're a fan, if you're someone that loves her work, you definitely feel it. And it's really hard not to love and appreciate such a person. And I wanted to share this with you because I believe we can be such persons, such people. In my case, I'm grateful for you, the listener, the fact that you're tuning in, that you're choosing to listen to me, to my voice, to the interviews that I'm doing. It really means a lot to me. I appreciate all of your emails, all of your support. I love the interaction we have on Instagram. I appreciate every rating and review that you write, all of the great feedback that you provide. I'm thinking of you, Chris, and I want you to think about the people that support you, the people that help you do what you do. And even though it might not be something that you absolutely love, it may be just the fact that they're supporting you and your family through their business. And the last part of this bit, I think, is so powerful, and it's busting a myth that many people believe when it comes to gratitude. She said that she's just getting started. Many people believe that if you're grateful, you're complacent, you're lazy, you no longer want to grow because you're happy with what you have and where you are. And Jennifer is a great example of the fact that this is just not true. You can feel how grateful she is for where she's at, but also how aware she is that she has many gifts to give the world still. She wants to repay that gratitude and that appreciation that people have for her, and she's using that energy to grow, to get even better, and to give even more. But what's very important here is that she's giving from a place of overflowing. When you're grateful, you're happy with where you are, you're fulfilled, and you're able to give from that place of fulfillment, of overflowing. And the fourth idea that I love from Jennifer Lopez is the fact that she is and was grateful even before she was famous. In this short bit, she is talking about the first time that she realized that she made it.
If You Have My Love was a hit, so they sent me to Europe, right? I was up, it was middle of the night, I was jet lagged, and I went into the room where they had set up my clothes and shoes, and there were so many shoes there. And I was like, and it was like 3 or 4 in the morning, and so I couldn't sleep,
jet lag.
And I'm just like wandered into this room where they had set up, and I was like, how did I get all these shoes? Like, I remember having no shoes, you know what I mean? Like, having one pair of sneakers and one pair of school shoes, and one, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I looked downstairs, I was like, holy, I have so many shoes. And I was like, are these all for me? It was moments like that where you realize where you started and where you got to, and that's it's an amazing thing. So it never stops. I'm constantly, amazed and not surprised, but amazed at and conscious and aware of how mind-blowing my life is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't take it for granted for like 1 second. I'm grateful.
I love that.
I'm grateful.
That is so dope.
I'm grateful. I think that's why I keep grinding so hard.
Again, at the end, she's talking about the fact that she feels so blessed. She's fueled to create more and more, to give back from that place of enoughness. And I'm sure you could feel the appreciation and the joy that she had when she was talking about the shoes. It's that attitude of gratitude that I believe helped her in getting to where she is right now. And I don't believe that we need to have her level of success to be that grateful, to feel that blessed. Even she is grateful for simple things that we can all be grateful for. And like Einstein said, there are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle, and the other as though everything is a miracle. And as we can hear, Jennifer definitely chose the second way, and so can we. And the last idea that I believe is very powerful is related to the fact that in spite of what we might think, even the best of us have challenges. No matter how rich or poor, successful or unsuccessful we are, life has its ups and downs. But our attitude is what makes the difference. And I want to end this episode with this last bit.
And, the kids are starting middle school. I don't need to bother you with all my problems, but I mean, this is what it's like to be a working mom. It is what it is. And so it's been challenging, but also, we keep reminding ourselves how amazing life is right now and how blessed I am, how blessed he is, how blessed we are to have these amazing kids, and all of the challenges that come along with that is our life. That's our life, and we're glad for it. We feel so grateful for that.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.